at the same time. So like, and the things I was doing was really emotional to me, and it actually helped me channel my emotions and bring it out to the forefront, because that was my main problem in acting. Because if someone was going to ask me to crown spot, I'll look at you like, what? Go ahead, just get somebody else, because it ain't happening. It's not happening. Like, you
learning to be able, that is another one of the things that I love about theater as a thespian, is the requirement of knowledge of self, because you have to know who you are and be able to put that in a little box and separate it from who this character is, and give this character room to live in all parts of you, and learning that as human beings, everything that you do makes you who you are. From the amount of breaths you take when you say a sentence or don't take, 6 from Blossom, one of my favorites, to because she's so not like that, right? 6 was a character, and I really appreciated the work that she put into her. But being able to separate yourself and being able to go back to yourself when the time comes.
Yes, I write, and so I can relate to that, you know, because when I get going, I get into it, and I'm practically becoming this person that I made up. So, you know, it's fun, and I'm very introspective. Like, I try to tell people, because that's important to just living life day to day.
Yes.
I try to talk to people about, I actually, like, a lot of my Facebook posts are comprised of stuff like, you know, just the other day I said something like, you know, you're feeling these feelings and you don't understand why. You mad at somebody, or you falling in love and you don't understand where this is coming from in you. And introspection is important just to live life and to function and to figure out who you are. And I think that if more people looked within themselves to figure out what makes them tick, it'll be a lot less damaging activities going on.
Amen. I think we got to pay some bills.
Okay, we do. Do you got to pay some bills? What bill is it?
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote-unquote Christian nation that we live in is that
not just the Christians,
religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your... all right, I'm going to stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away, because it's people who are not religious. It's people who are... They're not giving their young people...
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. We're live only on BeExposedRadio.com. It's me, Nate, your host, and
it's me, your co-host, Hollywood.
That's what I like. It's not. I don't hate on you, but what I'm saying to you, like, it requires breathing that I don't think you're ready for yet.
Right. You think?
Because the words that you can't like talk like that. You can like respond with 2 or 3 words.
Oh, how you doing? I can continue to talk like this. You know what I'm saying? They want me. I can say a few words here and there. I can keep going. I can read something too. You know.
Somebody help me. So today we're going to talk. Ooh, that sounded strange. We're going to talk. So today is Black Friday, and traditionally Black Friday has been a day for people to lose their mind and spend all their money. And probably burn off calories, I guess. But today we're going to talk about getting your business in order and what we focus on succeeds. It's kind of a mantra that I tell myself when I'm in a real frustrated place, because sometimes I'm distracted by stupidity and a lot of different things outside of my focus, and that's the crazy part. So we'll start off, because it is Black Friday. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was pretty cool. I spent time. Well, I got my kids on my birthday. Picked them up.
I can't take you seriously right
I
now.
picked my kids up on my birthday.
I'm trying. I really am.
I picked my kids up on my birthday one night, and then we went on to Thanksgiving. It was actually just amazing. You know, spend time with the family, and that's pretty much what it all meant for me.
That's cool. Did you eat?
Yeah, I ate some rice and gravy, some corn, some peas.
There's no meat.
Nah, not really no meat. Actually, I stayed
So
away
you still
from.
hungry?
Nah, not hungry no more. I mean, kind of, just for like some snacks.
That rice just exploded in your stomach.
But that rice was good, man. Oh my goodness, I had like 3 plates of that.
Of rice?
Yes, just rice and gravy, peas and corn. Little macaroni
But it
and
was
cheese
meat in
inside.
the gravy.
Nah, just the gravy.
That's what they told you. Where do you think the gravy came from?
I mean, I know it came from the meat, but you know, you can just take the spoon, you know.
So you like the flavor of meat, you just don't want to eat meat.
Correct.
We talked about this before, I understand, I get it. But, so Thanksgiving for me was interesting. My friend Riga, she's out there. She's lived here before, but then she moved back to New Orleans, where she's from. And she's up here visiting, so I never house hop. I always joke about it, but I just don't have it in me. One, I really don't eat.
Everybody's cooking.
That too, but my problem is I don't eat enough, and my body holds on to everything that I have eaten. So for me to just go and just try to keep eating like that, it really it strains me. But we started off. I went to my friend's house that morning, like early that morning, because his family does breakfast, like at the crack of dawn. And then we went to a shelter and we did some volunteering there. And then I came back home, and then I went to my friend Brandy's mom's house, Miss Diane. And then normally that's like a tradition, so I always go over there. Then we went to Riga's baby father's house, and we had some good games and such. And then I went to my mom's house.
See, I can see last year I house hop, but this year, nah, I just stayed.
Cause you was a meat eater.
Yeah, man.
You
I was
chasing that turkey. I
was
get it.
house hopping like it was no tomorrow. But this year I stayed in one location. I was supposed to go visit my sister, but I didn't get a chance to actually get over there. I know she gonna probably kill me and beat me up for it. And so I apologize in advance because I didn't make it over there. And it was like pretty much like our first Thanksgiving, you feel me? So me not being there, and I won't hear the end of it.
I mean, that happens. That's why you gotta like negotiate your time and like say I'm gonna come spend Wednesday with you or Friday with you, or because people get upset, but it's
no, didn't you do that? Because Wednesday for my birthday, actually, I spent the whole day filming. We were filming a movie called The Arrangement. So that's pretty much how my birthday went for Wednesday. Just like we started around like 7 that morning. We didn't finish.
You didn't do anything else?
No, nothing else. Didn't go out. I just remember going to sleep. That was it. I don't even remember that. I just remember
Did you do anything for your birthday?
No. You said what?
Did you do anything for your birthday?
No, film a movie. That was about it.
So you haven't gone out?
No.
You haven't had, you did something for your birthday?
No, just grinding. That was it. Just grinding. I didn't eat not one thing.
My spirit is telling me that you're not telling the truth.
My spirit is telling me that I'm telling the truth.
Because I smell something in the air, and I kind of understand that that's not how it went. No. But okay. But so this week it's been interesting. Riga she hasn't been up here in a couple years, so we trying to do some things. But you realize how old you're getting, and I don't think I'm old, but you realize that you can't party the way you used to, and I don't think I have the maybe I have to just tap back into it. I think I have it because moments I want to go out, I want to hang out, I want to party, but then other times I don't.
I be feeling like that. Like I be wanting to go party, but then I'm like, you know what, man? Instead of partying, you know, what can I do? It's like I don't know. I try to find, you know me, trying to find something to do with film work, and plus I don't know, like all this stuff that's been going on in this world, man. You just be skeptic of things just going out. Like, man, should I go to this place? But then you know you don't want to live in fear, so you know what I'm saying, go out and have fun.
I don't.
But I'd rather grind though than go out. Like I'll grind now. You know I can go have fun later.
So how old are you now?
Oh, I turned 32. I'm 32, man.
You said that like you was disappointed.
I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'm thankful. It's a blessing to be 32 because a lot of people don't live to actually make it to this age. And I'm just thankful that I actually did make it to see 32, you know.
That's cool. That's cool. Any more plans this weekend?
Study. I got casted for The Wire. So it's the actual.
So it's coming back.
It's not coming back to film. It's actually coming back to theater.
So it's going to be a movie.
Huh? No, theater. Stage production.
Oh, stage production.
Theater. When I mean theater, like not the theater flat screen. I'm talking about theater as in stage play.
So somebody who wrote it?
Oh man, you know what? I gotta get the paper again one more time.
So you're doing it here in Baltimore?
Yes, it's actually it's going to be here in Baltimore. It's going to be shown. The show's going to be in January. I don't know the specific date just yet, but I do have rehearsal Tuesday, and I can find out more about that.
So you gonna try to bring them on in because he be hot in his theater.
Yes, yes, I will definitely be bringing them on here.
How did the show go this weekend?
The show, Head Talks. Oh my goodness, man. The show was amazing. And the funny thing about it is, to me, we had like I was robbing the whole entire
That's where the voice came at. If y'all didn't realize it, that's why he brought this voice in.
So I was robbing the club, and my role was pretty much I was heartless. I didn't care about life. I didn't care about anything. So, you know. So it went. Everybody, all the cast members did an excellent job. But it was me, Quincy, and the guy. He played Daryl, and he punked out at the last second. But in the end, I didn't even know they had. The blank gun that shoot blanks. See, I didn't know that until like during that day that it was actually a blank. Yeah, no, it wasn't real bullets.
They real bullets.
I mean, real bullets, but it was blanks. So I'm sitting here like, oh man. They just telling me it's like there's a blank in there, so when it's time to shoot, I got killed in the end. But he shot that gun off. I really felt that one in my heart because it was still unexpected. I felt.
That's why you're supposed to practice.
Oh no, we practiced, but we wasn't gonna practice shooting the blank every time.
You supposed to, so you don't jump.
The jump was perfect because it didn't look real because I didn't know.
See, that's dangerous because I need to know.
It was a good feet away though. It was proper feeding and everything. We did do that. Make sure all the judgments was right.
Professional.
Of course, we have to be professional on stage. No accidents, please. Though. Definitely not while people watching too.
This voice is killing me. Because he only has the voice on Friday nights. It is, but I know. Yeah, it's on. So we have Riga in the building. Normally she calls and plays on the phone, but she's actually here in Baltimore. I don't know how it happened. The grace of God. Miss Pan probably was praying, and
I think I'm breaking the equipment.
See, this is why we don't invite her to the
She's gonna have to hold me.
Just if you can sit in that chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't see how I do with heads.
All right, turn this one off. So Riga is here. She's from New Orleans.
Hello.
New Orleans.
No one says New Orleans.
You know what I like about it?
I thought he said it a movie.
What?
I like Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, you been before?
I went during Super Bowl when the Ravens went against the 49ers and we won. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Ravens.
The first and last time. Yeah.
No, I think we won more. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But still, Mardi Gras was a blast.
Yeah.
It was my first time experience. We actually drove to New Orleans.
Oh wow, yeah, that was
It's like
a long
17
time.
hours, man. As soon as we got there, all right, guys, we here. Let's do it. Super Bowl, did Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Mr. Nate.
It's hot there. It's
not gonna be hot for Mardi Gras. Hope.
Right, exactly. I had a jacket on in the wintertime. Like, I'm nervous. But Riga's here. Riga's actually not like new to Baltimore. She's been acting like it, like she don't know these main streets, because it's been so many years. But her and Sia, her lovely young lady, young woman
right.
that she's raising, is up here for the holidays. And are you having fun?
I am having fun.
She keeps talking about our food up here, but
yeah.
Is it terrible? I mean, where are you going to eat this food?
I'm not gonna name the places. I'm not gonna do that.
We gonna have to go downstairs. If we go downstairs, I think because that's the closest thing to probably what you would like. The closest. It's not gonna be the same thing, but it's next phase.
Next phase, my fault. I take that back. Apologize, y'all.
That's his wife's.
That's okay though. You know, I'm not here for just food. You know, food is important to me, but I'm not here for that. So I'm gonna just eat, just chew it and swallow it. That's all I can do.
Is that about food?
Yeah, food. Yes. This is a talk artist radio, right?
I was just checking. But we had fun. I told him we was house hopping yesterday. We saw some interesting sights. We're trying to go out.
Yeah, probably go to Fells Point for a little bit tonight.
Fells Point and hang out.
Oh, y'all hitting up the Fells.
What that mean?
That's what it's Fells Point.
I know, but
Y'all hitting up the Fells.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's what he calls it.
Fells.
Yeah.
He eats banana and peanut butter sandwiches.
In Fells Point?
In Fells Point? Oh, they got this spot down there. It's not that far from the Green Turtle. It's on the corner.
Oh,
they had some chicken. Oh, my goodness.
It's coming back to you.
Man, that chicken is so delicious. I'm sorry, I don't know y'all names, but I do remember how to get there, though.
Because all the bars kind of merged together at some point. It's Fells Point.
It's like a fake French Quarter to me, so that's why
this is your French Quarter.
Yeah.
But we're here today. We're not gonna get too serious, but we're gonna talk a little bit about our art talk that we had last Saturday. Kind of do a little recap on that. Riga's probably gonna tell some dirty jokes. If we can, we will get the young lady that created her shirt on the phone and maybe talk to her a little bit. But she's a personal trainer, so she might.
Yeah, and then it's kind of last minute, and you know she's a busy woman. But I would definitely love to. But yes, I have on my girl Supernova Fit, Kia Clark's.
Says Black Thighs Matter.
Black Thighs Matter. Yes.
Black Thighs Matter.
And Kia created this in the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. And she's a wonderful young lady, very inspiring, inspirational or inspiring. Very inspirational.
One of them.
But she's my girl. We went to high school together. Beautiful young lady, positive, sweet, bright, lovely spirit. And she is changing lives through health, fitness and health. She, her personal testimony is great. One day when she calls in, she'll be able to share that with you guys. But she's great. Yeah, she can help you. Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. So don't forget, if you're on the live, definitely share it. Invite your friends.
Yes.
Tell them about it.
And if you would like to call in.
No.
Don't call in? You want them to call in today? Not yet?
We have some giveaways later on, but then they can call in.
Okay. Y'all heard that.
But we'll be right back. The Artist Exchange Radio Show. Only on BigExposedRadio.com. Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic. Hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Crystal Renee Radio Show.
Plenty of them. We call them pen pals in my family.
So glad you said that word, because I've actually found out that there are websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are dating websites for men who are incarcerated. Yes. I'm so fucking lonely. I just may sign up for one of those websites.
Don't do it.
Don't you think I shouldn't?
Because they passing your letters around.
Oh, is that what they do?
And one of his friends go send you a letter, and then they go wind up asking you for a Verizon phone card and a couple dollars on their books because they just spent all that money.
You go a little bit too much.
Their daughter. I told you I have uncles.
Okay.
I know the game.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more about the game. The topic of the day, you guys, is called Dangerously in Love. Pen Pals.
Edition.
Your little...
Everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. Now, here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, not media, but fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back. We're here live on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with our special guest, Miss Riga Watkins.
Ruby. Thank you.
She's an actress from New Orleans.
New Orleans, baby.
She she went to Dillard.
Yes, Dillard University.
She came up here and went to Coppin State University.
Yes, urban arts
and production. And she's here. She's back. She's an art teacher, a theater teacher.
Okay.
Right now, she's teaching the babies.
Yes, I teach. I have a small first grade class.
She thinks.
Right.
6th, 7th, 8th grade. I haven't met I just got another school. Okay. So yeah, I have a new school that I'm working in now, and I have met my middle schoolers, but I haven't met the little kids yet. Yeah, but yes, I do love it.
And she's a new stand-up comedian.
Yes, I'm stepping into that world, and it's pretty scary. Yeah, I did sketch comedy for a while. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. It's just the stand-up is pretty scary, but I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna conquer it though.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna conquer it.
How do you come up with your material?
Life experiences.
Sure.
Yep.
You got plenty of crazy friends to talk about.
Yeah, life experiences. That's what truth is the funny.
Most funny. Like, I'm not a joke person. I hate jokes. Like knock knocks. Like that makes me mad because that means you're not trying hard enough. That's just my opinion.
I don't know. I don't mind a little corniness as long as it's funny,
Yeah, in the conversation, but not me spending my $20.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
Like, I just with a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah, I like some dry humor, I like dry humor too sometimes. That can be funny.
But that's still normally based on experience in life. It's not like a punchline to this conversation, but you've been doing that for a couple years. How scary is that to be?
What, stand up?
Yeah.
Well, really, this is really like my first year, huh?
Have you had your bomb yet?
No, not really. I don't think so. No, I've been doing pretty good.
Cause I think comedy is different. Like when you're an actress and you're doing
comedy,
it's every other audience may laugh or people laugh and stuff.
Well, I've been doing both. I've been doing. I did a church. I'm going to do another church on December the 1st. So yeah, I've been doing clean and not so clean.
Okay. Which one is your favorite?
The dirty.
The clean probably is more challenging for you though.
Yeah. I just pretend that I'm talking to like a room of old people or something, which most of the time that's what it is. A room of old people. So.
No, what? No, I didn't say no big booties. I said baby booties.
Now that helps. My booty helps when I go to the dirty comedy places.
Cause that's
keeps attention.
If you just walk up there backwards, it gotta like.
Yeah. Start off. Tell 2 jokes with my back turned.
That's a good one.
That is. I should, huh? Oh, I'm not that good at this, so I'm just starting off like this to make sure I get y'all attention.
I'm going to go back to doing this.
Yeah. When you tell these jokes, do you crack on people as well?
No.
Okay.
We could never been like a cracker. Like I think
I like to tease people, but I don't like make people feel. I don't want to make people feel bad about themselves.
True.
No. Now if I'm angry. That's a different.
That's not really joking, people.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's insults. Now I'm insulting you. More than likely, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
So the other people that's like watching, but in the moment, I'm not cracking a joke.
Okay, that's serious.
I saw Def Jam 25.
Oh yeah, I did too.
With Dave Chappelle and D.L. Hughley? Oh, no, my fault. It was Mike Epps and I forgot the other guy's name. They came out there and they was cracking everybody in the audience, man. I was just dying. I was like, but that was just fine.
Well, I mean, they at that level now. They have a bank account that allows them to do that. I don't. Yeah. So, once I have that kind of bank account, then, maybe, but no. So I still have to work with people.
We just plan, we're going to do we're going to try to do like a little funny video. Not one of them like set up funnies. But I think if somebody just held the camera while we were just in our regular conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how the people we're talking about gonna feel about that, but that'd be, I think, hilarious. I'm laughing at it right now because I've already got a couple people.
I guess we would just have to figure out what we would be talking about, or what the,
No, I think like we normally start.
Okay.
Like normally, or just tell that person just start.
The camera because our phone conversations are pretty hilarious. It's pretty radio show worthy.
Because it's observational.
Yeah.
From memory.
True.
Memory observation.
Yeah.
That's hilarious to me. Like.
And day-to-day stuff,
I mean, I'm not a prude in real life. I just choose not to talk about certain things because I don't really have a lot of people like Riga around me that can really understand the ratchetness that has been my creative life and the individuals. And then we know people.
Nate helped me to embrace my crazy. He did. He was like, "Why are you fighting this? Just embrace it."
Normal.
I am.
You're normal?
No. He thinks
What?
he's normal. He tries to pretend as if he's normal.
I
This is what you're going to be if you keep pretending.
It's like that.
Coming up with a new voice Friday at 7.
Right. Exactly. That's him every day.
I'll try not to be normal.
Wait till we come back and I introduce him.
I try to be abnormal, you know.
Don't try. Don't.
That's what they come across as creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
When you try to be
Yeah, like that dude they used to stand in the window on Charles Street.
Ooh.
Well, you just stand there and just look.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, hey, bro.
It was a boutique, a men's boutique, and he stood in the same spot with the same leather jacket, no matter how many degrees. Because sometimes he still had the jacket on.
Did he move?
It's the boutique isn't there anymore, but
I mean, no. Did he like move? Or he just stood like.
He moved, but very, like, you know, slowly.
That's when he was hungry. That was it.
Yeah.
So he started the mannequin challenge originally.
He did.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like.
Oh yeah, the one that was up next. Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
That's Baltimore.
I'm like, you know what? He probably got like some rich parents in Michigan or something.
Yeah, he's like a billionaire.
He like grunge. He was like had this grunge thing going on.
He didn't have it going on. He was going. His showers.
He had like a perm. Did he have like a relaxer? He had like a relaxer part on the side.
Oh yeah.
It was a relaxer because it was shiny.
Yeah.
One of them pinkies on from Friday. Oh, next Friday.
Yeah.
No, it's like,
The hair. You talking about the hair, right? Yeah.
You can't sweat
And a
in leather 'cause
beard.
then it stinks.
He probably did. He probably did.
No, he did.
Yeah, it added to the look.
Yeah.
Why? Why so many people want? I did when my scene got cut.
She did a movie.
Yeah, but I did a movie anyway, and I went to
That's disrespect though. How you could at least put me in like a flashback.
and I came down. I was telling everybody, oh, I'm on my way to the premiere, the film festival premiere of a movie that I'm in.
And you.
Yeah,
They
so
didn't
I'm
warn
sitting
you,
there.
though. They
It's
didn't
a short film, so like they had all the shorts together, and so I'm like, you know, I go in there. I'm walking towards the.
She got her hair done and everything.
Yes, I had my robe, my velvet robe on, with my tank top. Yes, I'm walking towards the place like I'm on the carpet, and so you know I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, okay.
And then
Next
the credits start
scene.
rolling.
Okay. And so we get to the part where my line was supposed to be, right. And then some other guy saved my line. Like some random.
Replaced you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Some random guy walked by and said my line, and I was like, I don't think I'm in this movie.
So let's take a quick break because we're about to get mad. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
Oh yeah.
But I was a total bitch on set.
Well, I mean, you probably was the talent, and they saw that.
No, they had some people in the movie too.
I was trying.
No, that wasn't it. I was just really being a bitch.
Speaking of weirdos, what is that's one boy name? That's who got big. Them twins.
I haven't seen them.
They don't live here anymore. They moved to Michigan with their mom.
Why is she laughing?
Who?
I don't know.
You can. I think he tagged you in a live.
Who?
Eric.
Oh, okay.
It should say Be Exposed Live or tag you. You good? You want? I keep setting people up. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BigExposedRadio.com. It's me, your host, Nate Couser. I have my co-host, Mr. Hollywood.
How y'all doing?
I told you, he does it every time. Now, that's what is normal. But he's taking that into his everyday voice now. You will talk like that tomorrow, bro?
Yeah.
See, you can't even breathe into it.
Nah, I can do it. Yeah.
Brandy is watching.
Woo!
Hey, what's happening, Brandy?
Big B.
Big boss.
Big boss.
Nikki said I can't with y'all.
So, real quick, we have some initiatives that we're starting here. One is the Artist Exchange Artist/Entrepreneur Directory. So you send us your information and we'll post it. The website for the artistexchange.org will be up and running at the end of December. So send us the links, your information, and we'll send you out. Send us an email at the artistexchangeradioshow@gmail.com, and we'll send you out a letter, and it'll give you the information that we need, and we'll post you in our directory for artists and entrepreneurs. If you have a skill set or you sell certain types of products, it doesn't necessarily have to be an artist, but business owners in general. Send us your information and we'll post you on our directory on our website. That will be slated to start. So when we come back on the 2nd of January, then you'll be able to go. Also, on January the 11th, the Artist Exchange is going to the African American Museum of History in DC. We got a number of tickets and we're giving some tickets away. So if you want a ticket, call us today, 410-702-5657, and just tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, rep your independent business, your local business in celebration of Black Friday, and we'll get your information. Erica, get your information, and we'll call you back, and you'll be able to go. We're giving away 2 tickets tonight, so each person that calls in gets 2 tickets. So should it be like this? How we do a 5th caller or 4th caller? No, that's whack. So if you call in, just call in.
You gonna get a ticket.
So your first one call in, you gonna get that ticket.
Right. So when you call in, and we'll give you a ticket. And when I say the museum is awesome, they have really and it's not just a slave museum. It's not just. No. Well, it's a Smithsonian museum. Mm-hmm. So they have it's a totally separate. It's because it's like a long strip. It's like a couple different museums, but the Smithsonian is like in the center, and then the mall, and then it's not too far from Martin Luther King's monument.
We have a friend who's
it's pretty
featured. Yes.
Kyle Jackson. He's featured in the exhibit, and it's hilarious.
He's
You're not expecting for him to pop up on the screen. And
don't say hilarious. Don't say it's hilarious when
it's hilarious. It really is.
He was serious, so
he was serious. His acting is on point, but it's hilarious too, because it's a car. It's actually they cut a car in half, and it's like this interactive screen, and you move the car, and it's based on this book. It's called the Blue Book. The Blue Book was a map of where Black people could go during Jim Crow.
Right.
That was a safe traveling, because the fastest route was the unsafe route, because you would go past because we couldn't use the restrooms at gas stations, we couldn't go into restaurants, we couldn't stay at hotels. So on this map, it listed bed and breakfasts or people houses that you could stay at, gas stations, stores that you can go into, restaurants you can eat out of, that was safe, safe way to travel, which was the longer route, which was very sad. But this exhibit is based off of the Blue Book, and our friend Kyle is one of the stops on that journey.
But isn't that kind of like life?
Yeah, it's life.
If you take the longer route, it's more safe than the quick route.
And it shows you how time repeats itself. If we don't really change, we're back in a space where we could be in that same predicament. And that's the scary part, because we don't see it. Like then you could see it. You knew what it was. But now it's your teacher or your pastor or your boss or your husband or your wife.
Right. Closest one to you.
Right. There are a lot of couples breaking up. I just saw a couple. The Holly Berry, her ex-husband, allegedly called her a nigger and was ashamed that her child was black.
Wow.
Mixed, rather.
Wait, what?
Wait, her husband said that?
Well, allegedly.
The little girl?
Husband, yeah, her little girl.
The man who she's paying for? I mean, the man who she pays every month for him to live?
Yeah.
But it's alleged, though, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, because
But
I'm like, I'm confused because she's already...
Allegedly, ain't her skin color's like,
Well, she's mixed.
Still.
She's mixed, but still. How do you...
No, but I'm saying, but her husband is French. Well, her ex-husband was French.
Not the...
The last one.
Oh, the last
one. Not
okay.
the current one, but the last one.
So that's when you have
the one she actually has a child by.
You've been married to
the one that she had, the young model with the blonde hair. He slept with her, though. She was black when he slept with her.
Yeah, there's plenty of accounts of slave owners sleeping with their slaves.
That's true.
And then when they make you mad, you whip them. In this case, you call them by their name. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But, so, I'm just in the space. So we have a lot of updates also coming up. So the art talks will start back up in February. Boot Prints will be celebrating its 10th anniversary in March. We'll be putting that on. We have a phenomenal cast. Two newbies. Well, one young lady, her name is Faith. She's playing the youngest character, Ginjel. She is delightful. You know how somebody's just delightful and they so nice.
Oh,
just delightful. So
she got good credit, huh?
Yeah.
Probably why.
She got good credit.
She ain't got nothing to worry about.
But she actually studies in San Francisco. I told her I was going to introduce you because y'all probably went to the same school.
Okay.
Probably not because she's much younger than you. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I mean,
it's cool.
the same school, just probably doing different times. That's all.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking y'all went to the same school.
He calling me old on the low.
I did. Yeah. I mean, you just turned 32, but it's cool.
He low key calling me old, though.
It's cool. He's 32. Yeah. He be trying to act like he's 12 though, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. The voice throws you away. That's what I be trying to tell you. It's the voice that throws you away. But so we have a lot of updates, and we'll be rolling them out in the next couple weeks. Be Exposed on Tuesday. We went out by City Hall and we fed the homeless. And the strange thing about it was nobody out there at first. But we didn't really publicize it. I don't like when people we went on live because I wanted people to come down and join us, and I wanted people to spread the word. But I don't believe in publicizing, like people taking pictures and doing like this with the people. Like one lady, she brought her food and opened up the container. I was like, we don't have to do that, miss. You don't have to. We're not trying to get you. We were actually shooting the table. But she's like, oh, well, I thought that's what you guys want. So, what did she want to do? But it was really nice. We got to talk to a couple people out there. And they're really thankful. Some people just wanted a nice, warm meal. That's it. A lot of the people that are downtown and what they call Tent City, right there next to the main post office.
Right off of Guilford?
Yeah. They actually discourage people coming down there feeding them.
Why is that?
I guess it's the assumption that they're going to stay if you feed them.
Oh,
as if they're animals or something.
Why do they even, man?
Well, that's the problem with it.
Society is something else.
Mm-hmm. You would rather people starve and be cold than
right. Because I guarantee you, if that was them out there, they would want someone to come down there. You know, it brightens their day up when they see people come down there and they got foods and trays of.
Don't break their day up. They not hungry no more.
I mean, I seen some. They be like, "Yo, you really helped me out. You brightened my day. Like you." For that split second, you changed how I felt for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Letting you know if someone does care, someone take the time out of their life to actually do this.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's joy.
Is that man still down there? It was this man.
Which one?
He used to be by the building I used to work in the law firm.
He used to clean up.
Yeah, he cut his own hair.
Yeah.
He never even asked anybody for anything.
Cause he had a bank account.
I guess so, but he lived outside. He lived on, I would call it the neutral ground in New Orleans, but it was on a curb.
Yeah.
But he had a whole setup.
Yeah, and he would shave outside. He had
yeah.
Yeah. I have not. The crazy part is I saw him maybe around the summertime, but I don't know where he is right now because normally you would see him.
Well, it's cold, so he might be inside right now.
Yeah. Well, he probably saved up his money so he can have somewhere to go when it's cold. But
maybe they got it better than us. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but some
they don't pay bills.
Got some people that stay homeless, they millionaires. Mm-hmm.
But some people assume that those people don't have good sense. But some people just fall on bad times. We're all a paycheck away or a moment away from being out on the street.
I'm going by somebody else.
I mean, but some people don't have that. You know, you move somewhere thinking, you know, I'm gonna start my life fresh, and then hard times happen, or you don't have family to begin with, or whatever the issue may be. But some of them have really good sense. Like I've seen him cleaning up and collecting money and go into the Wachovia and deposit it. Like they know him in there. You know, they let him stand in line because they know he's gonna come and deposit or withdraw money. So. I know the man that you're talking about. But I just heard him speak for the first time this year. That was the odd thing.
We used to talk. He was friendly.
Yeah, but because he stands right there in front of the CVS, the Walgreens.
Right.
But we have to really you know, on Thanksgiving, I sent out a message like really reach out to people who. You know, don't have family or may not have anywhere to go, because it's not about just eating, but just being around people. Because the holidays, this is kind of the time of year where suicide starts spiking and depression starts to set in because you don't have family and you don't have friends. And we shouldn't wait until Thanksgiving and Christmas to get together, but some families are like that. So you get what you can take at times, but you know, just start reaching out to those people that you know that don't have and give of yourself. Like, I don't want to see people necessarily on social media proving everything that they give. Like, you got to tell people how many people you fed or how many, like, it's like it's a quota that you're trying to reach. Like, I did more people than you, or like, give because you want to give. And then remember, it's not just the wintertime that people are suffering. Like, people are hungry all year long. People need clothes all year long. And it's not a handout. Like, you're really helping people that don't have. Like, anything could lead them. It's not always drugs or alcohol. Anything could lead somebody to homelessness.
I don't like when people, like, post. Like, you don't have to take pictures. I'm so glad I'm in a position to give back. Well, then why you don't give back all year round? Like, you do all of this just to take pictures and post it.
And it actually feels much better when you don't share it.
Yeah, because if I go back on your timeline, in July you despise the people that came up to your car to ask you for change. Yeah. But now you're so happy to feed people for Thanksgiving. So some people, it's just
openly anyway.
Yeah. Like you were just complaining about people begging from you, and now you so happy to give back on Thanksgiving because you behind the table serving with an apron on with other people. You don't have to touch them and stuff like that. So
I just think we need to do better. Like, I started really thinking about people during this time, and it's sad for me because I always worry about everybody, but specifically around this time, I know depression can really set in because this is a time where materialistic things become really apparent because you see all the ads on the newspaper, on TV, and you know, it can really depress people. And because people make things about money and stuff all the time, we really neglect just spending time with people. You know, I was really blessed to like have my friend Brandy, because when I can't really be around my family, you know, I always had someone offer me like a place. So I really try to return that as much as I can.
That's how everybody was at the house yesterday when he came in. Morgan was like, Uncle here.
But it feels good to be able to have that when you
and
know,
of course he walked in like not smiling, no emotion. He is just so phony. He phony.
When you have it, you trying to. Sometimes you take advantage of it because you're used to it. You know you have that, but think about those people that don't have that safety net, and that's where my mind normally goes. But let people know where they can find you. I'm not kicking you out, but we kind of give opportunity for people to drop their social media and
and leave. Okay, well
you still got an hour.
Well, I'm Riga Ruby on both. How you spell my name? RIGARUBY. On Facebook and on Instagram. I do have a few funny videos on Instagram. I'm working on some more stuff. So yeah, check me out.
Tell people about your book.
Oh, nigga just be. It's an inspirational memoir novel.
It's called
expose.
Nigga Just Be?
Yeah, nigga, comma, just be.
Okay.
It's an inspirational book that helps you to just be. Like, nigga, stop thinking about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
I'm really talking to myself. And, but encouraging other people. It's a biographical novel, inspirational memoir. So, it's all of that in one.
Let Us Or Nigga is the sequel to that book.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, like, where did you get your inspiration to write your book?
It just
came to you?
Yeah.
God just touched you.
I got it.
Yep.
So we're going to talk more about Nigga Just Be and other, like, phenomenal projects that Miss Riga Ruby is working on when we return to the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Which one?
On BeExposedRadio.com. Should I think about that?
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real.
You're right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show. It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
It's just the one you had. That was
just
just.
a thing on mine, right? You know. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead, listen. Can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerve. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick, but you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com. Just a bit outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, they're losing right now.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things, or how about this? We tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
What does hustle hard mean to you? What does that signify in your life?
That's a lifestyle for me. You know what I mean? Like, true story. I was born into a family and a community of hustlers. Now let's get focused right quick, because when people hear the word hustler, they confuse it with con artist or something negative. So they like to call people entrepreneurs, right? But the definition, and I'm paraphrasing, but the definition of hustle is forced movement or to be hurried, right? But we're not talking about just pushing other people. Sometimes you got to push yourself, and that what makes you a hustler. True story. So the thing about it is, like, when it comes to hustling, listen, quick story. I used to go buy juleps a lot, right? And my grandmother used to make me clean the yard, shovel snow, do things like that to go get a julep. But one day she was like, look, you putting all your money in someone else's pocket.
Word.
Save those quarters, and I can teach you how to make a formula, and you can sell your own juleps. You understand? So the next couple weeks, I saved my money.
Always a hustler.
Listen,
got to love
but think
everybody
about
got
this.
a grandma story like that.
Grandmothers are the natural hustlers because they were the ones who maintained and sustained our families through epidemics. You're talking Big Mama went through slavery and held it. You're talking Big Mama went through the Depression and held it. Big Mama went through crack and held it and still maintains it today. So if you don't think you come from a hustler, then you don't know where you come from. You understand?
That's so real.
I began to sell juleps, and ever since then, I capture a hustle, and a hustle is not.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Oh, I had a gummy bear. We just want right now. Welcome.
You open up your mouth big.
Welcome
back.
It was between my teeth, and it just went back. I could have died. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. Is it anybody talking to us on live? Damonn?
Well, we have, let's see. I'm going all the way back. We have Evermore Pops. He said, hey, they, tuning in here.
I didn't understand anything you just said, Damonn.
Ever said here. People that's tuning in.
Okay.
And then when we was talking earlier, he's saying, hey, you're telling the truth. And piggyback off what you said, yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, whoever said that.
Friend Ryan Levine from Cali, Los Angeles, he said, hey. Shalonda said, hey, guys. Miss Kenita Phillips said, hey, boo.
Hey, Kenita, Miss Nene. I have to always remind myself who that is, because I don't know her as Kenita. I know her as Nene. Now, that's somebody we got to meet, Riga. Nene is a hoot.
Okay.
She crazy. She is somebody to do a video with. She has this meme up, and I'm going to show it to y'all. Nene is special. She's always been, I love Nene, first of all, but Nene is special. She has this meme up where she has like one of those bonnets on, like one of them baby bonnets, and it says "Escape from Shepherd Pratt," and Shepherd Pratt.
Yeah.
But they look like a real news header, like a news header that she.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
She crazy. Kenita, I don't even know how to spell her name. K-H. I think it's K-H. And Nita.
Kenita.
Yeah, that's what our last name is. But, so we're here. Today was just get your life together. Today was just, I feel like I've gained weight. And it all happened to me at one time. And, I can't breathe, and then they closed down the steps at the subway, and we had to walk up 2 flights of stairs. Well, it was really like 8. It felt like 8. I felt all my legs lifting up at one time. Like I felt like I was like literally picking my legs up as I was walking, and it did me wrong. This is right here. She crazy. That's Kanita right there. I thought it was a real, like, when I first looked at it, I was tired. And she crazy. That's her every day. She is.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, she's a mental patient. She really is.
Ooh. That's what you think I should.
But that's a real picture, though. That's a real picture. And she probably went outside like that. Because they lay is... They lay is girl. She an East Sider, so that explains a lot.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
She an East Sider. But I think as I grow older, I realize I don't want to do much. I like working and I like going
damn
home.
sure not walking up the stairs at yours.
We already had to walk up one flight of stairs.
God. That was so funny. We was getting off the subway coming here.
Right.
And so, they turn the escalators off when they get close to, at least one set of escalators when they get close to the time that it's closing.
Before that door closed.
And we was like, damn. When we first got off the subway, we was like, okay, we accepted it. I was like, damn. But that was like
That was like a flight.
Yeah, just like a flight of stairs. But when we got up and, walked to go up again.
Right. He was just mad.
And they noticed that the escalator wasn't on. He said, he was like cool, calm, quiet the whole time. We was on the ride, walking to the subway. But when he saw that, he was like, this is some BS. And yeah, he was like, I didn't know if I could curse or not. But he was like, this is some bullshit. And so I looked because it shocked me because he was quiet the whole time until he saw that he was going to have to walk 2 flights. All that because of some stairs.
But I'm just saying, it's just the frustration of it. Like, why do you cut it off 2 hours before?
But
and why is the one that's coming down on?
Okay, but why are you that mad about working your knees and thighs?
The same reason why you was huffing and puffing the first one.
No, I wasn't. I appreciated it because of the sweater I have on today.
The lies you. If both of them was off, I'd have been like, okay, cool. But the one coming down was on. And that's the longest flight of stairs.
We said it like it was being like discriminated against.
Go to the elevator.
Because that side don't have the elevator.
This is some bullshit. That was so funny. I'm sorry, that was just so funny. Oh my God, that was funny. It was funny.
Because it's like every week one of the escalators don't work. That's why I don't like catching public transportation. I only catch if the circulator don't go there. Nathan don't need to be. That's my mission.
Welcome to Baltimore's transportation.
Welcome.
Oh man, I know other people might not think it was that funny,
the
but
boy that was on this side turned around.
Yeah, he laughed too. He was like, he agreed with you. He like co-signed. He was like, I know, right? This is so like he was being like somebody said, you can't come up here because you black. That's how like somebody's at the top of the stairs and it was like you can't come up here because you a black man. That's how he responded. This is some bullshit. He had to walk up some stairs.
I wasn't prepared to walk up no stairs in like 5 minutes.
Don't be acting like he don't get winded. Cause all I see him eat is junk food. He don't eat real food.
I eat real food. I just eat a lot of vegetables.
Oh, you need to go to Miss Pam's house then.
No, he can't. No, because Miss Pam will be mad.
Oh, because he's not gonna eat it.
Salivating over the fact that he ate like 3 plates of rice and gravy.
Oh yeah.
You know when Miss Pam would look at him like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
You got some more rice and gravy? That's what I'm like. It's like, hey.
You didn't have no meat with it?
I'm like, yeah, that's all I need. Well, I mean,
you didn't have the meat.
To what?
You didn't have meat with it?
Nah.
Oh boy, yeah, you.
Yeah, rice and gravy.
Rice and gravy, peas and corn. You know what I'm saying? And side of macaroni.
Peas and corn? You gotta choose one. I have both.
Yeah, you can have both. Why not? I mean, they both there. You never had peas and corn?
Oh, baby.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah,
like,
I feel sorry.
Peas and corn, rice and gravy. You know
nothing if it's on the side.
I mean, hey, I'm not a big fan.
If you was homeless and you got that on Thanksgiving, then yeah, it's okay.
Big fan of meat,
but
not like,
not for an option. Yeah, not for something to choose.
I mean,
and he had 2 or 3 plates of it.
Yeah, man,
like it's rolling.
That's what I like. You know, it was bomb. It was banging. You know,
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No biscuit. No.
It wasn't bomb or banging.
It was banging.
That's
why I ate 3 plates. It was banging.
Because
I don't like to eat meat like that.
You ain't got to eat meat like that.
I mean, but what's wrong with just having a plate for some rice and some gravy?
Wait. You had the gravy on a separate plate from...
Oh, no.
Oh, I saw your hand do this, yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
That's him putting the rice and the gravy on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him putting
the peas and corn on the rice and rice.
That means
I ain't fooling with you.
Yeah, you can share. Yeah.
If you came to my house,
right,
and ate a plate of rice and gravy, I would have made you a rice and gravy plate to go.
I would have been glad when you took that plate to go because it was rice and gravy on the plate.
No, but you would have had to go.
Y'all just don't. Y'all deprived up here.
It's not deprived. I mean,
Yeah,
they had a variety. No,
like
they had a variety.
So
They had turkey, they had ham, they had
and you
chicken.
all of that.
They had
the meats are normally first.
Yeah, I went past all of that.
Did you eat a pie? You
Nah,
eat
actually,
you eat pumpkin pie, don't you?
No, I eat sweet potato pie. I have a sweet potato pie in the refrigerator I have not touched.
See, I had a slice of pumpkin pie and tore it up.
See,
I almost gave her ass whooping because of it.
But no, I ain't eat nothing.
It was really pumpkin pie?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
She said, I usually eat the other kind.
She didn't want to say it, but...
Well,
I gotta get out of here.
Sweet potato?
Yeah.
But that's not normal here. We
Sweet
don't
potato
eat
pie?
pumpkin pies up here.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Well, I don't know.
You
They
only
had
see
it over
pumpkin
there.
pies in the markets when it's
holiday time.
Non-melanated people living
Or
down
inside 7-Eleven. You get a
Nah,
7-Eleven pumpkin pie about that, babe.
I'm not eating anything from 7-Eleven.
No.
I'm
I'm
not
eating
eating
pumpkin
nothing
pie.
from 7-Eleven.
Oh, no.
And all that food in there just... Yeah.
So, I'm having fun. I really am having fun. But I'm realizing I have fun doing the least now. I only really went out because all of you went out. I never really enjoyed going out. I might dance a little bit. But...
Because you're starting to realize that the simple things in life are more,
like
you know, satisfying.
YouTube in my bed. Even sex, you have to... You gotta be ready for it. That's something
You gotta be with the right person.
Yeah.
Let's not go down this rabbit.
Slippery.
Yeah.
Dry.
Slippery. No, not dry. Oh no.
Oh, the Michael Phelps out there.
It's cobweb filled.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It happens sometimes.
I got what's the day? It's Friday. I gotta leave with a bang. I gotta leave bang.
Banging.
But yeah, no, I gotta, yeah.
You might meet somebody at the airport.
That's Monday evening. I got tonight, Saturday, and Sunday to work on, leaving out with a bang.
And Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where you might meet somebody? This weekend is Poets for Dinner.
Oh, yeah. That's Sunday.
Oh, he could serenade me with a poem before.
Yeah. They feed you and free poetry.
When is it?
Sunday.
Okay.
That's our Sunday excursion.
All right.
And then we can do it after hours. We probably can go to the casino.
Which one?
Horseshoe?
Horseshoe or the...
I ain't going out running away.
Okay. I was just
Look, he eat rice and gravy with peas and corn on the same plate, so there's no telling what.
Well, that's delicious. I don't know what y'all talking about. Actually, I do. It could be nasty.
That's slop.
It's not slop. It's good slop there, man. I made it. You know, I put it together. Hey, man, rice, y'all just don't know what y'all making.
You ain't got no woman, do you?
Say again?
You don't have a woman in your life, do you? Huh? I know.
But still, that don't got nothing to do with rice and gravy, though.
So, pause. Let me explain something about Damonn. So 2 weekends ago, we had the Art of Hue. And Damonn, first of all, he comes out of whatever house he was coming from with just a coat on, no shirt on. He was painted.
Right.
But I think he enjoyed walking around the party half naked. And
man, it was... I had no choice, like, having my body.
You did? I heard you asked to do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. Because it was my first time trying. Why not experience something like that, you know?
So, wait, what kind of party was it?
It was an Art of Hue party where...
it was just like an artist.
Oh, well, yeah, you could do that at an artist party.
You know, plus it was my first time. It was a great experience, you know? Something I would definitely want to do again.
But do you have the body for it?
I will next time. I feel as though like I'm chubby, so you know what I'm saying. Self.
You got to rub your nipple?
No, bro. I rub my stomach.
Your stomach's down here.
I was like this, you know what I'm saying, but. Man.
So why you feel like you have to have the perfect body?
I don't know. I just feel like you should be.
That's why you eat rice and gravy?
Nah.
That's what make you shit yourself today.
You worry about.
You gonna be bound up. Stomach gonna be exploding. Don't do that to yourself. I don't want you sick like that.
I don't get sick.
Because I need you to come into the radio show.
It's good food. I like it. It hasn't done me wrong for years. I'm Geechee. Call me what you want.
You Geechee?
Why don't you be playing no Geechee?
That's what they call it. Like, you Geechee, bro.
You crazy. So.
Just a little bit.
So what are you guys? I know I don't do New Year's resolutions, but if you had to choose a resolution for New Year's, what would yours be?
I don't think I could say it on air because I'm moving. I'm getting my own place again. I'm with I had to move. I took a pay cut, and I did. And plus, the apartment I was in was like really hood. Mm-hmm. Like I was trying to, for example, I was trying to back out of a parking spot, and there were kids behind my car. Mm-hmm. Like they saw the reverse lights coming on. They like never moved.
Right.
Yeah, like juvenile hall. Yeah, and I had to like tell them to get out the way. And so the next day when I came outside, I had ketchup like smeared all on my car, just because I told them to get out the way. So anyway, that's another reason why I moved. It was too hood, and I took a pay cut. But yeah, so my New Year's resolution ties in with the fact that I'll have more privacy.
Privacy.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
For what? Praying?
Supplication.
He came in there.
You see that?
He slid in there.
Let me stop playing with y'all, man.
It's gonna be a syndrome if it take any longer. I'm just saying to you.
Wait, what?
It's gonna be a syndrome if you gotta wait any longer for that.
I can't. I just slow. It's getting bad. I'm glad I did. It's getting bad. So I called the girl. I'm like, you know what? Forget the 15th. Let me move in on the 1st.
Right.
Because it's getting bad.
If I put my stuff outside on the day before the 1st, can I move in? Technically, it's just right there. Nobody's in the apartment, so Riga's gonna be on her own. She's a grown woman now.
Don't make it seem like this my first time being out having my own.
She's a grown woman now.
I'm a grown woman with a salary now, so I'm gonna have stuff like heavy spoons, heavy silverware in my apartment now.
Like
not the ones for Family Dollar.
You talking about them Fresh Prince type spoons and silverware?
Yeah.
Okay, with the diamonds.
Bling.
Yeah.
I probably have like a couple of magazine subscriptions.
Oh, you're not gonna read them though.
No, it's just gonna be on the table.
Just to have them there.
Yeah. Coasters. So that's the kind of that's the level I'm on now. Coasters, magazine subscriptions.
Okay.
And
big coaster in it.
Yeah.
Body towel, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. She growing up.
Sheets for my guests. Not just a blanket and a sofa. Stuff like that.
I had a blanket, that a sofa, good night.
Ouch. And she moved out in the suburbs.
It's the country.
The country. That's what they call the suburbs down the country. The country. This is the country. It's gonna be grass. She gonna live on a plantation, a farm. So, Riga.
Yes.
As an artist, like, is it hard for you to balance, like, your social life with being an artist?
No.
Because you just won't do the show, or?
No. My social life, you mean like if I have something to do?
Yeah, because I for some reason, I was about to say what is attractive to me. That's very disrespectful. But normally in my dating life, I've had to come across individuals that aren't as supportive of, like, coming to shows. Because I do theater. It's not like I'm in the movies or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
well, some, I guess it's like half and half. I've talked to dudes who not into theater at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them I'm doing a show. They be like, oh, all right, that's what's up. You gonna send me a picture?
That sounds right.
And then some dudes is like, oh, that's what's up. you need me to help build something, you know. So you know, it's different types of dudes.
Right.
But most of the time, it's dudes who's not really interested in it. No.
Sometimes, like just in dating, as far as being in the industry, and dating someone outside the industry that don't actually understand the industry is kind of hard at the same time because they don't know how much time and dedication that you have to put into it, and that it does take pretty much your life away in a way. Like,
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I ain't major like that where I have to be like, oh, I won't see you in 6 months because I'm touring. I ain't on that level yet, but but yeah, there was many times I couldn't do stuff or go anywhere because I had rehearsal, you know. So, and it didn't bother me because I was in my element at rehearsal. I was having fun, so I'm like, look. So no, it wasn't really a hard choice to make to say, oh, I can't come because I had rehearsal.
It was hard for me to try to maintain friendships, and relationships with people who did not understand. Like the fact that they just saw the fact that I was in school and they didn't see why it was that serious. So I had a lot of friends that were not in that field or in that circle who had, over just relationships in general, that didn't understand why you would do it, especially when we were doing it for free. Like they didn't understand, like, you gotta be in rehearsal every night. Yeah, like I gotta learn my lines. Gotta
get this together, gotta get this in order.
So that's been a hardship. So that takes me into our conversation that we had last Saturday with the art talks. And my initiative or my responsibility for what I have to give back as an artist is helping artists and entrepreneurs with the artist development of becoming an artist. And I'll ask you first, Damonn, like, what was your take back from that? Because you didn't really get to talk much. Look in the camera. So what did you take from our art talk that we had on Saturday? Our panel discussion. If you missed it, you can still go to our Artist Exchange radio show page and check it out there. It starts off really weird because there's a lot of crotch shots, but fast forward to that because we started it live and we didn't realize people were walking up to the camera and it was crotches and stuff.
Right.
We're going to get you to cut that part out. So just that part. Everything else is fine. So what did you take from it? Did anything ring true to your life, or did you?
No, it was just pretty much listening to the stories and just like what they went through, and just letting you know that no matter what, like you still got to keep pushing, and everybody's not gonna like what you put out. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't matter. You know, it's built that way. That's how I see it, and just got to stay strong and stay true to what you do, and conduct yourself. My fault. Conduct yourself accordingly.
Right, but what if you have a friend who is doing crappy work, and you're like?
But you can't judge art. Like that's what I'm learning. Like art is personal, and you can only.
What about performing arts?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's
some performance art is not good. I'm sorry. I'm just.
But art in general, you're not supposed to grade art. But what happens is, like in school, we're not supposed to be graded on art. So as a teacher, on the technique that you were taught.
Yeah, like but you should show some progress from the beginning of the class.
But if you ain't have it at the beginning, some things you can't teach.
Right.
Some people you can't teach.
Oh, so you mean that you can't judge art that is coming from different good artists?
If that's how you say it, but
not just art, period.
Just in general, art can't be on a scale of good and bad.
Yeah, to me it can.
Yeah, if you're looking at the technique of it. Like if they haven't mastered a technique that you can see.
Some people just suck.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You gotta be real about that.
But the person sucks. But not what they're presenting to you.
No. Sometimes the person doesn't suck. They're very sweet and you don't know how to tell them that their work sucks.
I think people are so caught up with their feelings and how they might react instead of them
like Erykah
being just real with them and just be like, yo, look, bro, this is what you need to work on from my point of view. Like,
But what has to happen? See, and acting is it's a fine line that we walk. And I just watched I didn't just watch. I watched a interview with Viola Davis, and she explained it in a way that made it make sense to me. One, especially if you're in something with somebody, you're not supposed to give each other notes, because chances are you're giving somebody a note because you've made a decision and that person isn't doing what you need them to do.
I think I saw that too, and she was like, she had on a red top.
Yeah.
She was like, she never, she said she don't come with something already prepared.
Yeah, right.
She said she works off of what the actor gives her.
Right.
You know, she said because she said
if
a person has a problem with that, she says normally it's because they've already prepared how they want to do it. She said, I don't practice it at home. Oh, I'm going to go high on this part, low on this part. She was
you
like,
can do that so you can have something to bring so somebody can play.
Well, you can make choices. You can do research and make actors' choices, but you don't really know how it's going to pan out until you start rehearsing with the person.
But that made it make so much sense because I've seen so many times actors giving each other's notes, or even artists to other artists. Like, in that moment, be who you need to be. Like, be in that moment.
Just be.
This nigga just be.
Nigga just be.
Nigga just be. That's really gonna be a book soon. So look up.
Yeah, no, seriously, yeah.
Nigga just be.
Yeah, that's a brand.
So we're gonna we're about to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with some Artist Development 101. Nigga just be. Come on.
It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know.
It's just the one you had. That was
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, you know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So welcome back. Straight up. Okay. That got him.
A little amped up today.
So welcome back. Welcome back. We're here live on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. I'm your host, Nate Couser. I have Hollywood.
How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, you see it?
It just happens every time.
Yeah, that's all right. Let him
That's
do
his
that.
thing. He's been doing it since he got here, though.
And there may be some ladies on the airwaves that is looking forward to that. So let him live.
Eric said don't flirt with him. He just said it.
Don't flirt with Eric? Me?
No, he said don't flirt with Damonn.
Oh, why?
Because he waiting for you.
Oh.
Eric is interesting.
One eat rice and gravy. And Eric can't afford to take me no more.
You can try Eric?
Okay.
He said I may be young, but I'm ready.
Oh.
Okay. Right, Eric? I'm trying to make it a happy Thanksgiving for you, Eric, but you're not even paying attention.
Gotta be
But so at the meeting on I can't with him. He's a difficult person. So at the meeting, basically what our art talks are, and like I said, they'll be starting the 3rd of February, and then they'll come back the first Saturday of every month, and they'll be live on air. And this one, we had our first couple topics kind of it was like a cross section of some of the problems that I see with artists in terms of presenting themselves. It's what you look like, what you physically look like is not a problem, but how you present yourself is a problem. And that whole thing, I remember Mr. Fowler, my first artist job I ever had. He said, you don't have to look like an artist. Like, just put your best foot forward. And that doesn't mean a 3-piece suit or pumps that are like 8 inches high, but put your best foot forward. And you don't have, because I tried to dress like I thought somebody should dress if they worked in a contemporary African art gallery. Mm-hmm. And my feet was hurting every day because I was wearing boots from Aldo's. Right.
I remember.
And I was very uncomfortable every day. But when I started like being myself, I was more comfortable there. But some of the topics that we had, the first one was branding. I should just push that. Branding. It's about fine-tuning your image. Like, what is your image? And it's not just how you personally dress, but how you present yourself on social media. Right. You know, especially like my social media, I don't even really get personal anymore. It's all about like everything that I personally write. It's normally a conversation that we're about to have on one of the shows, right, or like a reflection of what we talked about on the show.
Yeah, because social media should not be your journal.
No, it shouldn't be.
You know,
and a lot
some people use it for that though.
Well, because they don't have friendship is going out the window for the most part, and for many people. So that's people's only outlet to outlet their emotions and stuff. So,
and I guess you're referring to the generation that's coming up now. I guess that's what you mean when you say stuff like that.
Because everybody's.
Because I still live in the '90s world. I'm still living. I'm in '98 mentally.
Yeah. Because but we were taught to share more.
Yeah, and we had wholesome TV, and like we saw healthy, loving relationships on TV, and.
Yeah. But this stuff is a reflection of what is going on, and the crazy part, without like going over that, because that matters in fine tuning your image and branding, because you have to be good personally to step into a business where you have to be the face of it, or you're in charge or the leader. But towards the end of the meeting on Saturday, it got really personal because a young lady disclosed that she was suffering with some mental illnesses, and that plays a big part in us being our most professional self, because sometimes how we feel on the inside sometimes seeps out, and that interferes with our interpersonal relationships at work, at play, just in life in general. And you can't be effective at what you want to be if you haven't dealt with things that are mentally, barricading you and keeping you from really reaching out as far as you can. And that was interesting because I didn't want to prevent it from getting that personal, but I I didn't know whether or not like I should turn the cameras off.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing with being an artist too. You gotta know where to draw that line. You know what I'm saying? Because that is really how we create our art, based on how we feel.
Right.
You know, I can't come up with a joke if it's not coming from. It's not gonna be as funny as it could be if it's not coming from a real place.
But if you're currently in that place, that's when it's normally a problem.
What
And
you
that's
mean?
when most of our most talented people, they're living currently what they're going through. So that's what makes the art so real, because it is real.
Right.
But being able to be effective as a business, as an entrepreneur.
And you know what? Now that you say that, that's true, because sometimes they do a lot of like I'm gonna just Kevin Hart for example. I like he a little corny to me now. You know what I'm saying? But now he rich and like
So I'd say Cat Williams. He's more like he speaks on current. And who does it by the time? Eddie Griffin.
I like Eddie Griffin because
Griffin,
people be
he's
thinking
real.
this man cracking jokes, but this man is
He's
really
living
talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just talking. People just think he sound funny.
Right.
But you know he be talking about real stuff.
Eddie Griffin, Dave Chappelle.
It's hard.
Not so much to him.
But you really have to figure out how to not eliminate that, get through it. Like you have to get through a lot of that stuff, and then you can reflect back on it, and it'll still be as funny.
Right.
It may not be as gritty because you're removed from it, but a lot of artists try to be in that moment all the time. And you can't live in a dark place like that.
You mean like at the grocery store and
Yeah, just in life in general, in relationships, you carry that creative flow over. And it's not even your creative flow. It is you are in a depression, in a dark place, and you carry that over because you see how good it makes your
so many
art.
people think that's abuse though, and it's not. It's a mental issue.
Yeah.
Like you know that's not where your gift comes from. You being depressed.
But people see it, and most times your art is immaculate. We were talking about, what's the Joker name?
Heath Ledger.
Keith Ledger. We were talking about him. Keith Ledger. Heath. I don't know a person.
But his name is Heath, though. You may not know him personally, but his name is
Ledger.
Yeah.
We were talking about him this week. Me and Riga were talking about that, and his work was so like profound. But a lot of his friends came out and said he was still stuck and mentally in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, he was.
Right, he was still, and that was years before that movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was still in that moment, though. He was still in that space, and he had took on, and it was a lot of like, not backlash, but a lot of fodder in the news and speculation of him and the other guy was in it. Like, so he was stuck
supposed
in
to
that
make it look
moment.
real. That's their job. They actors.
But when you live in that, like the movie's over.
Yeah.
And you haven't come down off of that.
Right.
Maybe he tapped into something.
And that's what I'm saying. Like something that was already there, something got opened up.
Well, and Viola Davis makes a point to say, I still go home to my husband and child. She was like, I leave work at work.
Yeah.
She said that in the same interview we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. And that's what the mental part for me, that's something that we have to learn how to control.
Yeah.
And really put a handle on it, because it could get to a point where we are living in that world, and that's not a real world.
You can't walk around with earrings hanging from your head, glasses,
like
beard.
Cause sometimes that is true. Like when you're going
not
for
realize
roles,
it.
like when you're going for roles and you're studying these characters, and you're actually becoming this person. Like it can seep over into your real life, because I actually went through it when I was we was filming Waging War. We was filming that for about like a year or so, and like my person was, he was pretty much like torment. He was dark. He didn't care. He had a cold heart, and I felt as though like how I was pretty much acting. That's how I was starting to act regularly. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But just
but
you
I
had to
came
start
back though. You know what I'm saying?
After you eat your rice and gravy.
Yeah, after I tore that rice and gravy.
But just like you have methods, and we discover our own individual way of building us up to that. When we get to that space of action, we have to figure out those same places to de-stress ourselves in that moment too.
I can think of something really.
But that's your vice, and that if that works to keep you from living in that character for the next 13 years, like
right.
And they said the same thing about what's his name, Williams, the other comedian, Miss Doubtfire.
Oh, Robin. Oh yeah. He was. Oh my God.
That man.
See him, Robin Williams, Philip Seymour.
Yeah.
Like those two are a couple of my favorite male actors.
Yeah.
Y'all ever saw 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams?
Yeah. Well, he worked in.
Oh my God.
When they fired him.
That character is totally different from Mrs. Doubtfire. Like that man was amazing.
And then it's just like gaining weight and losing weight for roles. Like you're going to the extremes.
Yeah.
And at some point that's going to hurt your body. That causes diabetes. So what do you think mentally going back and forth to those extremes?
Right, that's true. That's true.
Breaks and times. And
That's mentioned the instructor when he's like, you gotta lose this much weight. I gotta do what? Oh man.
That's not healthy. If your body not set up like that, what's that name? Aretha Franklin wanted Halle Berry to play her. And
come on.
Halle Berry said no. But Halle Berry said no because I have diabetes. So for me to gain weight like that,
right?
And that probably messed up Aretha Franklin because she's like, "What do you mean you gotta gain weight,
girl? Why did she pick Halle Berry? Don't look nothing like her.
I'm gonna play you when you 12.
Right.
Come on, man.
But Aretha looks nothing. Why was she?
But she won, I guess, because she was like a top actress.
Not Jennifer Hudson.
Not Fantasia. Not Jennifer Hudson.
Halle can't even sing.
But she played, but I'm thinking in her mind, she played Dorothy Dandridge. She could play me.
She looks like Dorothy Dandridge.
Yeah. But she said no. She said everything else aside, no, I have diabetes. That's going to cause me to gain weight.
She had to think of something. So, like I am not playing her. She had a doctor to type up something like, here go $10,000.
She does have diabetes.
Write a letter.
She does have diabetes.
Type 2. Come on now. She probably...
But for type 2, when you go up and down, it messes with your insulin level. So you could die instantly. And
I don't know. Pam got type 2 and she eat whatever she want.
Pam Grier?
No, my mama.
Same person. Same.
Right, pretty much.
Same person. Shout out Miss Pam. She's been a guest on the show.
Nikki said Patty.
She was one of the first guests.
She was. She was one of my first guests. Well, she wasn't even a guest. She was an expert that called in. She was doing some ministering over the phone. She's built like that.
Yeah, she almost turned into a gospel radio show before it was actually established as an
We
artist.
didn't even say nothing. We just said like, it was nothing for us to say. Me and Kendra. But I'm very excited that this is something, because it's something I've always wanted to do. It's actually the actual reason behind the radio show was I want to help artists because we often are very talented, but the business side of who we are is normally what suffers. So each one of these meetings will be kind of a cross section of things that we need, but it will specialize or focus in on one specific thing, like financial preparation. Like, because a lot of us come into being an artist with debt or with bad financial money problems, where we don't know what to do with money. Like for me, I knew how to make money, but outside of just paying bills, I didn't really know I didn't know how significant. I knew how to save money, but I didn't really know how to invest money, because saving money, that money ain't going nowhere until you're about to spend it. Right. Like it's not growing and it's not doing anything for you. So it's just the same amount of money that you made, probably a couple cents more when you put it in a bank. But I didn't know about investments and how to really put your money in. So I do 2 apps that I have right now that's helping me to save and invest at the same time. And I'm not, I shared it out on social media. And if you want to use it, it's helped me, because what it does, it's like Bank of America's Keep the Change. So whenever you swipe your card, it takes the change from that, and whatever the difference in when it's $1, like if you spent $1.25, it takes 75 cents and invest, and it puts it into the account and it grows. So Acorn is one of them.
Acorn?
Yeah, Acorn. And they're both apps. You can go download them. And the other one is Stash Invest. And they both take, to keep the change out of your account. And you don't have to worry about it. You can use your money at some point. With Acorn, they have to sell because you're actually buying. Like, I've gotten emails because certain investments that they invested my change into, they're actually having like board votes. So I have to go into, and I can go online and vote to keep something, or somebody they about to change CEOs or something.
You can invest, like,
right. So it really and it's this change, but you already start to get like messages, and it's like the first 3 months I had it, I think I saved like $170.
Are you investing in like stocks and stuff? You mean?
Yeah, you're actually investing in stocks. Okay. So they have their own portfolio in there. You can choose which one you want to invest in, and it's kind of like a cross section.
That's something I want. I was talking to that about a friend of mine not too long ago. It was like we want to learn how to read the stock market chart and stuff like that.
That'll help you.
Yeah, because I want to learn how to. I don't want to just look at it like, squiggly lines.
Right.
I want to.
see decimals.
Yeah, I see a chart.
Yeah, it is just moving.
Go and check on my bacon. So
I'll send both of y'all the link, but it's actually he's afraid of. God, attach your bank card to him. He's afraid of banks. He's afraid of banks. But we can't be afraid of money.
Man, the system's about to go corrupt, bro.
No,
it's not going to go corrupt. That's the fear that they put into you. But you can't be afraid of the things that were set up. You just have to be like, I watch my bank account. I mean, sometimes I watch it go negative, but I watch it because I know that I'm using it. But you gotta know what to do with your money, because like if you are a business and you have one account, one personal account, when you make money from your business, when you make money from your job, you put all that money in one place. Now, if you have a regular job, that money is yours, but you still have to pay bills with that. But when your company makes money, that money is not yours. It's the company's money, even if that's your company. So you have to pay yourself from that. Like, you can't, I just made $100 selling earrings.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You probably made 10.
Right. And
because you gotta put it back into the business.
Right. What's your hourly rate? So you give yourself an hourly rate, and this is what I charge my company for me to make that jewelry. So if it takes me an hour to make those earrings, I just put an hour in. So if I'm paying myself $15 an hour, I just made $15 today. And that's what you pay yourself from, and you have to be honest with that. Now, it'll be sometimes where your business needs that money, so you just keep a record of how much your business owes you.
He basically talking about his business.
I'm just saying, but that's how I learned how to do it.
I know.
Because I didn't know how to pay myself. When I was setting up at Coffin, $150 I make, $150 I'm about to eat.
That sounds like my type of business.
Because you know in the beginning, that's all I was doing with it. It was just basically Mount Vernon and stable money. That's what it was. Yeah. But then as it starts to grow and you make $400 sitting in the, just College Square, you wait a minute. And it wasn't until I actually registered as a business and messed up my first business account that I realized that you learn how to do it. And you have to realize how to pay yourself.
Because that one hungry day when you was checking all your accounts, he was like, damn, if I just would have.
But see, in the beginning, for me, I started off working. So I didn't go right to college. So I started off working. So I had a savings. It was when I had to start spending my savings, towards the end of my 20s, that I started to realize, oops, something went wrong. Because I knew to have money is money there. So I can spend it. I can do things. But if you took a pay cut, that meant your lifestyle had to change.
Oh yeah.
So if you still keep getting your nails done and getting your fabulous hair done, you have to cut back.
A 2-piece instead of a 3-piece.
Chicken box.
Yep.
And literally, that sometimes it has to happen that way. You should be eating like that anyway. Well, I should be eating like that anyway. still you gotta cut back. You can't go on vacation. Maybe you can do a day trip, but you can't go for a whole week. Like, maybe go to DC or New York on a bus trip instead of trying to go to Miami for a week or go on a cruise. Like, you just gotta cut back because you got the money in your account. Don't mean you can afford to do it, and that's so.
That is true.
Those are things
like
that
don't live above your means, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got this now. I'm gonna go do this. No, cat.
And that doesn't mean don't treat yourself.
Right.
And don't treat yourself
But
well.
treat yourself when necessary. You know, when you know you got the money to just pretty much you can spend it. Like, all right, if I spend this, I'm still good because I got this much in the account, and I know I can go over there. I can do Then once you have everything set up.
And that for me, the last couple of years have been difficult because I'm used to being able to do it.
Right.
And when you have to then put yourself on a budget, it's very hard to tell yourself no. Because you're like, the money is in my pocket, so I can spend it. No, you can't, because then you will be hungry 2 months from now.
My God is great.
Yeah. Awesome.
He gonna provide if I spend this last $5 a night.
And then you hungry next week.
Right.
Oodles and noodles.
Go for a chicken box right there. Like,
you better hope them oodles and noodles taste like a chicken box.
like chicken or beef, you know what I'm saying?
It's what you're eating.
All I need is a bowl of rice, you feel me?
Oh yeah, we know what you.
So, what are some of the issues that the two of you have with it being an artist? Like, is it money matters? Is it emotional? Is it
being an artist?
Stick to it.
Mine would be an agent, a manager.
You need a manager.
Yeah, that's what I need, honestly. Like a manager. That's pretty much what's holding back. A manager, agent. Yeah, sometimes it's financially. Sometimes it's definitely a financial struggle, but you know it's how much you want to put in and what you want to get out of it. But at the same time, having a manager or an agent, it helps out a lot because you don't have to put so much focus on that one. Since like you got that, all right, cool. I don't have to worry about that as much because you know they got me. But you're still supposed to check up on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's still your manager and it's still your work. So I mean, that's pretty much my holdback.
So, Riga.
I think owning it, like, you know, really believing that this is the right path for me. Like really owning it. Fear of success. Seriously. Because a lot of people have fear of success.
Because then I have to maintain it.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do I do once I'm successful?
You just gotta do it.
And then it's like people gonna look up to me. Then I can't mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people have so many high expectations of me, you know, and I'm just like, you know, every time I run into somebody, oh, what you doing? Oh, congratulations, I see your career. And I'm like, you know, then I go home thinking like, I gotta keep this shit up. People looking forward to seeing me do stuff,
right, like
you know.
If they only knew what I was going through, man. Stuff like that. That's what I think.
Confidence issues, really, like, you know, like believing that this is who you are.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. It for me, it really that whole idea of knowing that you're good at something and having people know that you're good at it, and then you can't make mistakes.
Right.
Like I can't make a mistake because people think I'm really good. So what if I just don't do this? Or I just quit?
Right, but then you feel like you're dying inside when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Like quitting is pretty much you just admitting to defeat. You know what I'm saying? You admitting like, y'all, you know what? Forget this. I ain't capable of this. I'm not worthy of it.
Yeah.
And that's just pretty much you're shortening yourself.
Yeah.
And all that time you done spent into what you was trying to do and what you was trying to gain, and then you just do all that for years, and you just take one thing, you just throw it away and say forget it. That's selfish. You know?
Yeah, and I know, you know, some people don't believe in God and all of that, but I believe that God gives everybody something to be good at, you know, and I feel like it is a form of worship or showing gratitude when you exercise that gift.
Right.
Because you have it for a reason. You're supposed to share it with people.
Right.
A gift is something you're supposed to give. So you have to, you know.
Right.
I could have stopped somebody from committing suicide one day just from them looking at my video. You know what I'm saying? Or me saying something funny, you know, that may really help somebody.
Right, because we don't
just
know,
in that moment, you don't know.
Because we don't know, honestly, we don't know the impact we have on people's lives.
Right.
Just the things we say
or people look forward to hearing from you just because of they know the type of person you are. Say if you always motivated or motivate somebody, or you always give an encouraging word, and they don't hear that from you. Like, wow, you know, I was looking forward to hearing that from you today.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? You know,
Right.
you're not doing that. Like sometimes, like you said, we are put in a position to help others, and by us giving up, we don't know how many people we are crushing just by us giving up.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's also good, and it's always great to just stand strong no matter what you're going through, because through your struggle you can help that next person out, and you can say, you know what, yeah, you can make it through this, you can do this because I did it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we have to also remember what that feeling is when we're putting that stress on other people. Like, you aren't performing as I would hope you would be performing in this moment, and not realizing, like, in those, sometimes people have down moments. Sometimes, you know, stuff is heavy on people, or people going through real life. So I can't be funny every moment of the day.
Right.
Like,
And then too, I have a problem with comparing myself to other people.
Right.
And I've been doing it like since
like
forever.
I'm 34 and Beyonce 34. Like, why
Well, I'm not even. She not human. So
She's definitely.
she's a demigod. But that's, and you know, there's a quote that says, comparison it steals your joy.
Yeah, it does.
It's a thief of joy when you compare yourself, because it's ridiculous when you think about it, because it's like you are you and I'm me, you know?
Right.
And everybody have they moment when you're supposed to, you know, not only let that moment pass you by, because it might not come back.
That's like if somebody saying, "Oh yeah, you gonna be the next Denzel. You gonna be the next this." Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
be the next me.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
thank you for putting me in the same category as them, but nah, I want to be the next me, and I'm gonna impact the world the way I want to impact it, and how I want to change.
Yeah.
But don't catch offense when people do that.
No, I don't catch. I don't catch.
What
offense.
they see in you is just a standard of what they're used to seeing up here.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not like I don't get offensive to it. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. Like, wow, you really see me in that category. As okay, you know, I thank you for that. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to be the next Denzel, because there's already a Denzel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like.
Right, and Ice Cube's son said that too when he was accepting an award. I forgot what award it was, but he was accepting an award, and he was like, and during his speech he was like, they may have seen many like you, but they haven't seen you. You know, so keep going.
And you have to, and that's what we have to do. Even when we think about haters or people that are like bringing negativity our way, even ourselves, we gotta remember that, and that keeps you going, even in a moment where, like, you may be your brokest, or you may be just, you know, because I had a big issue with not being who I was, and that really took me into a different space, because I was used to having certain things, and then you go to a place where you're really focusing on where you want to be, and you don't have that life. And I had to really acknowledge that if I would have stayed in that place, I would not be where I'm at, or I wouldn't be as focused as I am on the things that
Did you ever see yourself in radio?
I always wanted to do radio. Really? I grew up in radio. Like, I grew up.
I didn't know that.
Like, it wasn't something that I thought was attainable, because I don't have the radio voice, or I don't have the personality for radio. But it was something I always wanted. Like, I grew up on radio. Like, radio is, I think, in our age range, that's all we had. Like, you put the tape. You put the little piece of tissue in the tape, and you put it in the radio, and you push record, and you record the 8 o'clock mix, or you know, something like. So I grew up thinking about radio. VJs were important.
Right.
You put the phone to the radio for your voicemail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can reach what you call, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here right now, but you name it number, I'll get right back to you. Having them slow jazz playing. Like, come on, bro.
So y'all was whack. So you talk over the music. You're supposed to play the music for like 5 seconds and then turn it down, talk, and then fade it back up.
So that's that radio in you, though. You know what I'm saying? During that time, you know, I play it. I don't even know what I was playing.
Yeah. Details is, I've always been a real person that can pick out the small parts. But these art talks will be based off of these types of conversations, and they will be live, and we will have a panel each time, and it may not be as many as we had the last time, or it may be more. You never know, depending on what the conversation is. We're focusing on just getting yourself ready, having a good headshot. You know, not telling people to Google you.
Right.
Don't start a conversation with a business card or your social media. End it. Punctuate the conversation with these things. Little information like these from people who know what they're talking about.
Right.
Who failed. Like the people who sitting up there, they have their own flaws that you can clearly see.
Right.
But they know from where they're coming from, especially what they're talking about, because they've been there. Like for me, I don't think I know everything, but I definitely know what I've seen and what I've been through.
Like Denzel said, what, we will fail at something?
Yeah.
Right.
Most times we have to in order to learn the lesson.
Right.
We have to fail.
Failure is our stepping stones to
And
success.
well, Oprah said that there's no such thing as mistakes and failure. She said because all it does is just put you back right on track. You take time to reflect and be like, dang, why was I doing that?
My failures.
But if somebody who did not have Oprah money said that, chances are some of us don't listen to that.
Right.
We don't know what she's talking about. Oprah gotta know what she's talking about. Oprah is so far removed from failing, even in her failures.
She still, she don't see it like that.
Nothing skips a beat. She doesn't feel that million fall out her account.
I watched somebody had posted something today.
I still would be crying. 5 years later.
Somebody posted something today that somebody made like a little video where they showed Venus as a little girl having an interview, and a man was really trying to plan to see the guy who was interviewing her. Have you seen that? And her dad stepped in. Yeah. So it showed that, and then it showed the interview with Oprah in her early days, where she was having an interview, and the man was saying, well, so you just started in talk show. You know, how do you think it's going to do? She said, it's going to do well. And he was like, what if it doesn't? She was like, well, she said, it is going to do well. And if it doesn't, I'm not defined by a talk show. You know, so she been had that kind of mentality, but that's how you have to think, though.
Yeah. Right. And people we have that type of fear in us because that's what, and
that's see how we have been bred. That's how we're supposed. That's I won't get all Afrocentric, but I mean, hey, it's real though.
In those moments, we don't realize how it's seeped into who we are. In those moments, we see
because Nate, we were not supposed to be doing this. We just at the top of the show, you were talking about the museum, how we weren't able to go to. You know what I'm saying? That's mind-boggling to me. I was born in the 80s, so it's like, or the 90s, depending on who watches. So I don't know anything about not being able to go to a restaurant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the color of my skin. So, you know, you have to congratulate people and acknowledge when somebody is like breaking through, because we really were not supposed to be doing any of this. That was not a part of the plan.
A lot of people who have gotten to sit at this table, we've brought this conversation up. But that's why education is what it is for me, because I've struggled with obtaining my education as an adult, not as a child, but more so as an adult. And I see the opportunities that I've been able to be given as a child and as an adult, and I want to give that to somebody else. Like, because a lot of us just 40, 50 years, we wouldn't have been able to be here. Like, we wouldn't. Like, we could have cleaned this building up, but we wouldn't have been able to have a voice where we can say what we want to say and without fear of City Hall walking up the street and shutting it down. Like, take advantage of the opportunities that you have.
Right.
So, in closing out, we're going to be back tomorrow at 12.
Oh, yeah.
We have an awesome young lady that's going to join us. She's a tutu designer. She's a business owner. She's going to share some of her experiences with having apparel business and just living as an entrepreneur. Like, it's not easy. So we're going to talk more about that. Riga may stop by, or she may have a date. We don't know.
I'm working on that. Yeah, I'm working on. Yeah. I told you I got a flash few days ago out with the bang. I want to have a question for you. Do you have this voice at 12 o'clock tomorrow?
No, not normally.
I can.
Ooh.
I'm just.
Say no, but yeah.
I'm just. I didn't know if it was a PM thing, AM.
Just Friday. Oh, look how Eric looked at me. Right. Eric gave me the shoulder like, "Hey, bruh." It's like, no.
Yeah. Also, no more flirting. Let's finish the show. Y'all can flirt on the live. So next up is It Is What It Is radio show. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. sharp. Eric's joining us again.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't gotta do engineering tomorrow.
We're fly.
Engineering's
So
hard.
I can't. I refuse to. So tomorrow, 12 p.m. sharp, join us. Check us out. If you missed any part of this interview, this conversation, you can definitely find it on the Artist Exchange Radio Show page. You can go to Be Exposed Radio, or you can go to YouTube and look at Be Exposed Radio and the Artist Exchange Radio Show, and you'll be able to find us. Share it, like it, all those good things. We'll be right back. Well, we won't be right back. We'll be right back tomorrow.
Tomorrow 12.
So it is what it is. Radio show. Peace out.
Pew, pew, pew. Real talk.
What's going on this weekend? Nothing? It's too cold? Girl, I'm never going to go see this Selma.